John chapter 12, verse 28. Father, glorify your name. Then a voice came from heaven. I have glorified it, and I will glorify it again. I think for those who've been listening to my teachings, the ones that are up by now, you would have seen that I say things as I see them. If I'm wrong, tell me. In general, I feel I'm right, but I'm human. I make mistakes. I am as well, say, a work in progress, and I will be a work in progress till the day Jesus comes back, or I die, whichever comes first. The one thing I do is I'm very open about what I feel and experience. I think everybody knowing me knows that maybe too well. I show it maybe too much. And the reason I'm sitting now is because after the recording of the previous verse 27, I just gave so much of myself that I'm just tired. It's difficult at the moment to stand and to continue. But I want to continue. And I actually want to make use of these feelings. Why? Because as I am tired now, it's the same as like when I preach. I don't want to stand before the time. I just want to sit and others people sing the songs or whatever. I just want to prepare myself for the preaching part. After the preaching part or during the preaching part, I put everything into the sermon, and God gets me through it. And when it's done, I've nothing left to give. I'm just so tired. I just need to sit. I don't want to even shake hands with anybody. I just want to sit. I just want to kind of pray, gather my strength kind of again. Now, I'm not saying this to show, oh, look at me, how great a guy I am. Okay? Not at all. I'm saying it because there's openness, but to use that as those kinds of feelings into maybe trying to understand, get you to understand the kind of feelings that Jesus would have experienced. Right? He gave his all. He gave his all. Not for us. For the glory of the Father. He gave his life to glorify his Father. I remember as kids when we used to go to church. I don't know why it was always like that, but seemingly it was like always a fight. Getting ready, getting dressed. Something that I always thought was supposed to be, we're going to meet with our Father. Was, although our family Christian, it was just always kind of this fight. Somebody's not ready. This is then that happens, and it's always something kind of going wrong. And why is it that for us it's so difficult to live for the glory of the Father? Jesus could give his all, his life, to glorify the Father. And we can't even get out of bed on a Sunday to go to church. We complain when the pastor preached too long. I mean, they might sing songs for an hour, that's fine, but if the pastor preached longer than 15 minutes or 20 minutes, we're all up in arms. I don't know. I mean, the reason, in a sense, is why I cry is, or why it makes me sad, is because I look at myself. And some people might say, "Yeah, but you gave it all." What I mean, and even I know I haven't given it all. I know there's still so much to give. I know there's still so much of the old sinful nature hampering me, bringing me down. I know it so well. That's why I can experience this so strongly, because I know myself and I'm not trying to hide. Jesus died to glorify the Father. We live, even as Christians, to glorify ourselves. I wonder why we don't even experience any kind of shame. Why don't we even think of it? Is that so that if we would start thinking about it, we won't be able to sleep at night? And we just kind of want to get through this thing called life? No, it must not be like that. He died to glorify the Father. Right? This is why. See, through my death, glorify your name. And the Father said, yes, I have glorified. Now glorified again. What greater glory can there be? Oh man, when I read what I read last night on the train, because the seats were not, it was one thing in the public transport here. YouTubers, and I'm kind of doing this now on YouTube, lie a lot. They come up with all how great these trains are. Man, public transport here, long distance transport, is super cold in there. It's like I'm feeling I'm going to die of the cold. So I couldn't sleep, and I was reading a book, and I was reading what on a new atheist kind of saying, Richard Dawkins and his group of people, and the kind of stuff he wrote about the God of the Old Testament. It's all a bunch of lies, understandably. He had no cooking clue what the God of the Old Testament was. No cooking clue. He's a straw man that he breaks down and calls names, kind of, when God of the Old Testament is, go read Jonah chapter 4, right? You see who God was. And you see who God was. You see who God is. Not this straw man and Dawkins built and then destroys it. But truly who God is.